Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody. It is a new week. We've got a new villain today. It is Crossbones, the undead pirate, who looks really freaking awesome. Created by Jacob Busby. He is here to, I don't know what the hell he's here to do, honestly, other than just make a big mess and deal a lot of damage. He is going to be fighting Definitive Argent Adept, Vanished Tomb of Thieves, Powered Up Siren, and a new variant for Zontan, of all people, Zontan Aerialist. And they'll be fighting in Old Inkwell Town, but only a part of it. Find out why in a second. So we start Hot Pursuit side up. We've actually just got the ship there. You put the Paradox into play, reveal cards in the villain deck until you find a skeleton crew and 2 targets, put those into play. You set aside 10 cards from the environment deck, take 4 of them, put H-1 face down to the left of this card, and the rest face down to the right of this card. So what I'm going to do is stack the rules on top of the art card. Here's the right, here's the left, so it's currently 3-1. The set aside deck is not considered in play. Hero and environment cards cannot affect it. Start of the villain turn, put the top card of the set-aside deck face down to the left of this card. Then if that deck is empty, do the following. We'll come to that in a minute. And that's basically all that happens. The Paradox says, this card may not be removed from play. If there's a crew card in play, redirect damage dealt to the Paradox to that card instead. Whenever this card is reduced to 0 HP, put the top card of the set-aside deck face down to the right of the villain card. Then reset this card to 8 HP. End of the villain turn, this card deals the hero with the most HP, 3 projectile damage. So we're trying to beat up the ship enough times to get more of the environment deck on the right side than the left. As the test game proved, this is kind of a tall order. But because of this, the environment deck has 5 cards in it. This will be fun. Here we go. He plays an animated cutlass. We've already got one of those. We'll find out what it does in a minute. So, end of turn, the Paradox hits the highest for 3. That's going to be Zontan for a while. He's here to make up the HP deficit of the rest of the team, who have no more than 26. The Skeleton Crew, since the Paradox is in play, deals the hero with the highest HP, 1 projectile damage. Guess who? The Duppy, which is just an undead, deals the 2 heroes with the most cards in hand, 2 infernal damage each. Heroes damage this way must discard a card. So who wants to discard is the question. Have it hit Vanish and Siren. And the animated cutlasses are constructs. End of the villain turn, this card deals the hero the most HP, 3 melee damage. That's 6 more damage going to Zontan. Hope you enjoy eating damage, buddy. Alright, Argent Adept is going to Arcane Cadence. Then we will Definitive Arpeggio. Activate an accompany text. You may activate as perform text. If you do, shuffle it into your deck. Oh yeah, I draw a card first. I think actually to do both those, we'll let Siren draw a card, and then we'll reduce damage dealt to Zontan since he's the highest, and I guess Argent himself, shuffle that into his deck, draw a card. Vanish will start off with Concussive Burst. We will activate her Instinctive Teleport and draw a card. Siren will play Category 5. I don't usually play that, but we can use her Lightning Bolt to deal a target X lightning damage, where X is the number of weather effects in play, destroy a weather effect. So that's 1, 2, plus 1 from the Category 5. We can just drop that skeleton, destroy that card, and draw a card. Zontan will Shock Rouse. He deals himself 1 irreducible psychic damage. He deals 1 target 5 lightning damage. I'm going to just take out a Cutlass with that, I think. Actually, no, I'm going to take out the Duppy with that. That's a bit worse. And his power is Sweeping Dive. Choose another hero target. Till the start of your next turn, whenever that target will be dealt damage, you may redirect it to Zontan and draw a card. I am going to go ahead and protect Siren with that, since Vanish actually wants to get hit. Draw a card. Old Inkwell Town plays Bommy Splodesworth. What a way to start. Cripes. Alright, we want to kill him before the start of the environment turn if at all possible. Alright, start of turn. Actually, I forgot to do that last round. Crossbones gets a face-down card. He plays another Skeleton Crew. That's cool. The ship hits Zontan for 2. The Cutlass hits Zontan for 2. The Cutlass hits Zontan for 2. And the Skeleton Crew will hit Vanish so she can draw a card. Could be worse. Alright, Argent Adept plays Syncopated Onslaught. Draw a card. Damage reduction wears off. He'll do a damage to Bommy Splodesworth and draw a card. Vanish will blink. Draw a card. Play Elusive. Use that. Reduce the next damage dealt to her by 1. Draw or play a card now. Play Forewarned off of that, and then we'll activate her power and draw a card. Siren's going to play Bitter Maelstrom and use its power to deal each non-hero target 2 projectile damage. The one going to the Paradox gets redirected to the skeleton, so we take it out, but she hits everything else. Draw a card. Zontan will use some quick thinking. Search your deck for a spell and put it in your hand. Shuffle your deck. You may draw 2 cards and play a spell. Please tell me he has an environment destruction spell, or at least something that'll do me 2 damage. Alright, I'm going to grab another Shock Rouse and be boring and use that to take out Bommy Splodesworth before he splodes. Zontan will continue to protect Siren, although he's got less HP now. Draw a card. Old Inkwell Town plays a cartoon counterpart. Play this card next to the hero character card with the highest HP. This is going to be dealing some damage, but if we get down to 2 HP, that hero can use an additional power during each of their power phases. Let's give this to Siren, because she can become immune to damage from it. Cool. Alright, start of turn. Crossbones gets another card. We're not beating him at this point. And he plays another skeleton. Wow, I did shuffle the deck. End of turn, the ship hits Argent Adept for 3. One Cutlass hits Siren for 3. The other will hit Vanish for 2, and she will abduct and abandon that skeleton. Why not? Cool. Could we actually maybe try taking out the ship for once? Silver Shadow. Argent Adept deals damage to the ship. Silver Shadow. Same thing. Off of that, I will play Counterpoint Bulwark, and then we'll use his power, draw a card, deal 1 more sonic damage to the ship, increase damage dealt by... Nobody's dealing damage, never mind. Draw a card. Start a return. Vanish will pop Forewarned so she can draw a card. Ooh, Focusing Gauntlet. Nice. Let's do Elusive again and draw a card and draw a card. Alright, start of turn. Everybody take 1 projectile damage. Vanish soaks it. Let us get Low of Storm and Sea out, and go ahead and do Bitter Maelstrom again. Dropping both Cutlasses. Draw a card. End of turn. She takes no damage from her cartoon counterpart. Zontan will Pawk. He deals himself 3 reducible psychic damage. Select a villain deck. Cards in that deck cannot be played until the start of your next turn. Love it. We need a little bit of not accelerating the villain for a while. He will continue to protect Siren, I guess. Draw a card. Old Inkwell Town plays White Gloves and Beady Eyes. Well, heck. Each non-relic equipment card, which we have like at least one of, is a target with a maximum HP of 6 and the cartoon keyword. After hero uses power on a cartoon equipment target, that target deals him 2 melee damage. Thankfully, that doesn't have a power on it. Alright, start of turn, Crossbones gets 1 more card, and he can't play cards, and the ship will hit, I guess, Vanish. Okay, Argent Adept. Let's do Vernal Sonata. I feel like we've lost a bunch of good cards. Power. I'll do Counterpoint Bulwark again. We're going to let Siren draw a card because she'll need it. Protect Zontan, and we'll protect Argent Adept. Shuffle that into his deck. Oh wait, first draw a card. Shuffle that into his deck and draw a card. Let's do Flash Recon. It's another skeleton. That is inexplicable. You know what, let's put the top card of Siren's deck into play, get a Ravenous Whirlpool. Power, we'll use Elusive, and play Jaunting Reflex off of that, draw a card. Alright, start of turn, she does a damage to the Paradox. She destroys a target with 2 or fewer HP. This can't be removed from play, so which means it's indestructible, and it only activates when being reduced to 0 HP, so I don't think anything happens. Okay, cool, whatever. Oh yeah, and I gotta discard a card. Let's do Gifts of Refinery. We'll let Zontan play a Madam Battery. Redirect his psychic damage to this. And who wants to use a power? Oh, Argent Adept. Draw a card. Deal a damage to the ship. We get a card! Yay! That's amazing. And then for her power, well, either way she's dealing 2 damage to the ship. Draw a card. Play Reclaim Energy. Whenever a hero's ongoing card is destroyed, they regain 2 HP. Powers destroy a hero card, Zontan regains 2 HP. That'll be fun for Siren. I think I'm going to use the power on the Mana Battery. Play a spell, this card regains a hit point. We will play Los. First time any hero target will be dealt damage by a non-hero target each turn, prevent that damage. And Zontan deals himself X reducible psychic damage, where X is the amount of damage prevented -2. Watch me forget that. Mana Battery can't heal, draw a card. Old Inkwell Town plays Wacky Physics, reduce all damage by 2. That's fun, actually. Starting my return, destroy that card. Okay, Crossbones gets the last card, and then we see what happens. So, first thing we do is we flip the Paradox, and it becomes Chronos Bones. Relic. If this card is in Crossbones' play area, reduce damage dealt to him by 1, increase damage dealt by him by 1. If he's ever the only villain target in play, put this card into a hero play area. If this card is in a hero play area, increase damage dealt to Crossbones by 1. If that hero is incapacitated, it returns to the villain play area. If there are more cards to the left of this card than the right, there are. Put Chronos Bones in the villain play area, otherwise a hero play area. Put the cards to the right of this card in the environment trash, all 2 of them. And then we flip this card. So, there he is in all of his skeletal glory. When you flip to this side, go to the start of the environment turn, play each card to the left of this card. Oh, that's right. This immediately goes away. Goodbye, Wacky Physics. Oh well. When executing this turn, redirect all damage dealt by environment targets to villain targets to the hero with the highest HP. Targets entering play in this turn are put in the villain play area. Until defeated, they count as villain targets as well as environment targets, and permanently redirect damage as described above. Chronos Bones cannot leave play, so it is indestructible. Start of the villain turn, if he has fewer than 20 HP, he is restored to 20 HP. Otherwise, we get the crew with the lowest HP from the villain trash into play, which is almost always going to be a skeleton. End of the villain turn, he hits the highest for 4. So, now we get to play 8 cards from the environment. Choppy Sawington. Cool. Zany Bats. This is going to be rough. Big Ball of Violence. There are, in fact, cartoons in play. another big ball of violence, greedy ghoulish gargoyles, anvil McSlam, table of pies, play the top card of the environment deck. It's another cartoon counterpart. Okay, who wants extra powers? Let's give that to Zontan, especially since it's Gold Dragon, it makes sense. Increase damage dealt by cartoons by 1, changes type to projectile. Oh, that's really not good. Oh no. And everybody has access to that power. And last but not least, Forced Volunteer. Deal the hero the highest HP, 2 psychic damage and 2 radiant damage. That is either Argent or Siren. The hero's player switches that hero with a variant unless they discard all but one card. If the hero was switched, that means their innate power now, then destroy this card. Let's go ahead and have it be Siren, because I don't actually want to use that power. Let's go ahead and swap to Beneath the Sea. That's extremely powerful. Why wouldn't I use it? She takes no damage. She can use her innate power now. So, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, put one in trash, hand, and play. Okay, they're all the same, thanks. Draw 2 cards. Discard no cards. I'll play Churning Surf and Ravenous Whirlpool. And destroy that card. Okay, so now it is the end of the environment turn. All this damage is getting redirected to Zontan, kind of. This could be really bad for him. Okay, I'm going to do the environment cards first, and then we'll do the ones up here. Alright, deal the X targets with the highest HP, 2 melee damage each, where X is 1 plus the number of cartoons in play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 highest. Which is going to start hitting cartoons. Wow. When a cartoon is destroyed, if there are no other cartoons in play, destroy this card. Okay, so Crossbones has +1, -1. Don't forget that. The amount of damage prevented, -2. Okay, so Zontan soaks everything going to hero targets. So Crossbones gets hit, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 is that counterpart, 7 is that one. And then we do it again. Crossbones takes 1, and both of the cartoon counterparts take 1. Choppy Sawington. Select the player with the most cards in hand that's Argent Adept. They may discard X cards, where X is half the number of cards in their hand rounded down. If they don't, this card deals their hero X melee damage, which would be 4 increased to 5. Yeah, let's discard 4 cards. Zany Bats. This card deals the hero with the lowest HP 2 melee damage. It is soaked. And the hero with the lowest HP may deal themselves 2 infernal damage. If they take damage this way, they play a card. That's Vanish. Oh, except you know what? This actually doesn't soak that because it only soaks non-hero targets. Okay, hang on. So Zontan took 1 and 1. Argent took 1 and 1. Vanish took 1 and 2. She will discard a card to destroy that card. Heal 2, thanks Zontan, and draw 2 cards. Oh, you know what? It's actually 8 because this is a cartoon. That's also hitting. First one hit Choppy, second one hit the mana battery. Criminy. Anyway, the hero with the lowest HP can deal themselves 2 infernal damage. If they take damage this way, they play a card. Yeah, actually, she's going to do that and play the Translocation Accelerator. Gargoyles don't go off till the start. This card deals the target with the second highest HP of itself 3 melee damage, make that 4. That is Siren who soaks it. Okay, now it's the villain turn. He does not have less than 20 HP, so he just plays a card. It's another skeleton, we knew that. He hits the highest for 5, that is Siren who does actually take the damage, except it gets reduced by 2, redirected to Zontan, who will then redirect the 3 damage to the mana battery. And the skeleton crew hits the highest for 2, Zontan soaks that. Alright, neat. We need to kill a bunch of shit. Oh my god. Vernal Sonata again. Power, draw a card. He will deal 1 damage to the greedy ghoulish gargoyles, and then increase damage dealt by Siren and Vanish by 1. Shuffle that card into his deck, draw a card. Let's abduct and abandon something. These are not villain cards, so I can put one on top of the environment deck. Let's make it Anvil McSlam. Power, elusive. I will Flickering Strike off of that, draw 2 cards, and each time I discard a card, she deals a target 3 energy damage. 1, 2, 3. She kills that, and that, and that. And then because she used a power, she may deal a non-hero target 3 energy damage. She's going to hit Choppy Sawington, draw a card. That's getting shit done. Okay, everything takes 2 projectile damage. Crossbones takes 1. It kills Choppy Sawington. Destroy a target with 2 or fewer HP. Oh, that's the mana battery. Shit. Thanks a lot. Destroy an environment card, then play the top card of the environment deck. We are getting rid of White Gloves and Beady Eyes. And oh look, it's Anvil McSlam. Who knew? And destroy a target with 2 or fewer HP. There aren't any. And then I have to discard a card. Darn, I don't want her to kill her cartoon counterpart, but I kind of don't have a choice. Let's do Storm Surge, draw 2 cards, discard nothing. Play Brittle Rhyme. All damage is irreducible. Enjoy your -1 damage taken, idiot. I'm very tempted to play that Category 5. I think I need it for discard fodder, though. Power. Well, she's doing +1 damage. Let's do Bitter Maelstrom. 3 damage to everything that kills her counterpart, but it doesn't kill Zontan's. It hits Anvil McSlam for full. Draw a card. Alright, Zontan can use an additional power this turn. Start of turn, I'm going to destroy Los. Let's go ahead and Shock Rouse. himself for 1 and do 5 lightning damage to Crossbones. Power 1, he'll protect Vanish. I don't have to redirect the damage, so that's fine. Power 2, reclaim energy. Let's kill a Ravenous Whirlpool. Siren heals 2. Zontan heals 2. Draw a card. Thank you, cartoon counterpoint. You're about to die. The environment plays Balmy again. We can do something about that. Alright, there are now only 3 cartoons in play. So that's Crossbones, Siren, who is immune, and Argent Adept. And the second one hits Crossbones and Zontan. Anvil McSlam hits the second highest for 4 melee damage. That's Siren, who's immune. Balmy Splodesworth explodes at the start of the environment turn. Oh, Crossbones is the only villain target in play. We're going to move this to Siren's play area. He's actually taking extra damage, and I don't know when that happened. He's going to have 1 less HP. That being said, he does not have less than 20 HP. He plays Swashbuckling. Longtime viewers of this video series might recognize this card art. The heroes put 2 equipment cards in play on top of their decks. I think I've only got 2. Yep, and they are both vanishes. That sucks. Put the bottommost crew card from the trash into play. I think that is just a skeleton. Sure is. Crossbones deals the hero the fewest cards in hand 1 projectile damage. And if Crossbones is in play, he deals that hero 3 melee damage. If the fewest cards in hand is Vanish, Crossbones will hit her for nothing, and 3, which Zontan will take. And then the skeleton hits the highest for 2, and that's Siren. Okay, neat. Arcane Cadence time. Alright, Definitive Arpeggio, draw a card. Argent Adept will hit Crossbones for 2 sonic damage. Let's go ahead and increase that damage again. That was pretty nice. Draw a card. Shuffle that card into his deck, draw a card. Vanish is sadly lacking in things to do, but you know what? I'm actually going to use Elusive and just draw a card because we know what the top 2 cards for deck are, and I want them back. That being said, each target 2 projectile damage. Destroy a target with 2 or fewer HP. How about Anvil McSlam? Oh, that killed the cartoon counterpart also. Destroy an environment card, play the top card of the environment deck. How about Balmy Splodesworth? That also destroys both big balls of violence. And instead we get white gloves and beady eyes again. Oh, that's fine. There's no equipment out right now. And that's it. Discard a card. Howling Gale. Let's deal shitloads of damage. She hits everything for 4 and 3. This kills the skeleton. And it becomes 5 and 4, so she hits Crossbones for 9. That's really neat. I love it. Power. Now I actually wish I had the other one. Well, Super Rhyme hits him for 4, draw a card. Okay, Zontan needs to deal a pile of damage or he's going to get set back to 20. On the other hand, knowing that it is unlikely he will be dealing 11 damage on his turn, I can ignore that and try and do other useful stuff. Quick thinking. I'm going to go draw 2 cards rather than playing a spell. Power. Let's destroy Teleport Barrage, so she heals 2. He also heals 2. Draw a card. Alright, the environment plays Greedy Galoosh Gargoyles again. They will eat our stuff at the start of the environment turn. Start of turn, Crossbones heals back to 20. And he plays a Broadside Barrage. Crossbones deals each non-villain target 3 projectile damage. I think Vanish is just going to take this because she'll only take 2. Everybody else takes 3. End of turn gets the highest for 4, and that is Siren. No surprises there. Okay, now we can kill him. Arcane Cadence. Uses power, draw a card, hit Crossbones for 2, keep those +1s in play, shuffle that into his deck, draw a card. Vanish is going to play the Translocation Accelerator, use Elusive, so she can play the Focusing Gauntlet. She used a power, so she can deal the target 3 energy damage, make that 4, draw a card. Well, yes, and those are cartoons with 6 HP. Okay, start of turn. Siren deals each target 2 projectile damage, 3 to Crossbones. Destroy a target with 2 or fewer HP, we don't have any. Destroy an environment card. How about White Gloves and Beady Eyes? And it should be the Gargoyles, but whatever. We get Forced Volunteer. Who's got the highest HP? Vanish does, actually. So she takes 1 and 2. Switch her with a variant unless she discards all but 1 card. I'm going to switch her. That's not a very good power on us. Base Vanish. She was switched so she can use her innate power now. We will select Siren and have her deal another target 1, 2, make that 3. Projectile damage, 2 Crossbones. Then destroy that card. Category 5. Oh yeah, reduce the damage to 1. That doesn't work. We'll go ahead and use Brittle Rhyme. 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Crossbones. She takes out the Gargoyles. Draw a card. Also, I think I forgot to discard a card at the start of her turn. There we go. Okay, Zontan, can you please finish this? Oh, hell yes. He's going to play Laboratory Session. Each hero reveals the top card of their deck. Play up to 3 of those cards, discard the others. Zontan deals himself X irreducible psychic damage, where X number of cards played this way, +1. Can we finish Crossbones off this way? Not with a Brittle Rhyme. Flickering Strike. Yes, we can. Draw 2 cards, discard a card, she deals a target 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 energy damage, and we win. That was really neat. I like the +1 damage dealt mechanic because it turns the end of this fight into a very frantic, we need to kill the boss now, like, epic showdown. Let's take a look at the rest of Crossbones' deck. I actually saw surprisingly little of it because I played all of his skeletons. Time Wolf. This card is immune to damage if that damage is a prime number. 1 is not a prime number. I disagree. Also, that's a terrible effect. At the end of the villain turn, activate this card's dog text, and that says this card deals the hero target with the least HP 2 fixed energy damage. And the reason it's using a dog symbol is because that synergizes with a number of other decks, environment decks, hero decks, at least one. Unfurl the mainsail. If the paradox is in play, put the top card of the set-aside deck face down to the left of Crossbones' villain card. If Kronos' Bones is in play, Crossbones deals each non-villain target 1 sonic damage. Play the top card of the villain deck. Quartermaster Rib. At the end of the villain turn, put the bottom construct from the trash into play. If no card owners play this way, Quartermaster Rib deals the hero with the most equipment in play H-1 infernal damage. Hades Cannon Construct. Reduce damage dealt to this card by 1. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero with the most cards in hand 3 fire damage. And Mate Sternum. While this card's in play, increase all damage dealt by pirates by 1. End of the villain turn, this card deals the hero the most HP, 2 projectile damage. And that's it. Crossbones is capable of putting out a ridiculous amount of damage, but he's not quite that difficult. The end thing is just, like I said, it's a lot of fun to rush him down. Although that said, actually getting ahead of him at the start of the game is extremely difficult. But you can find him on Sentinels Community Customs Classics. You can find Siren Powered Up on Walker's Workbench. You can find Zontan on Zontan's custom decks, who knew? And you can find Old Inkwell Town on Spooky Ghost Rider Comics. As always, thank you for watching. Thanks everybody who came to chat. It's always fun to have you around. Tabletop Simulator, the Revis Column DLC, Sentinels Community Customs Classics, Walker's Workbench, Zontan's custom decks, and Spooky Ghost Rider Comics. All this great games, please before the official release, and flip.